Welcome to Beyond Borders Briefing, where we bring you the latest news and analysis from around the world. Today's episode, we'll be looking at the escalating violence between Israel and Hamas, the militant group that controls the Gaza Strip. On Saturday, October 7th, Hamas launched a surprise attack on Israel, sending hundreds of gunmen through tunnels and across the border. They targeted civilians and soldiers in several locations, including a music festival in southern Israel, where more than 250 people were killed. Hamas also fired rockets and mortars at Israeli cities, causing widespread damage and casualties. Israel responded with enormous force, as Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu put it. He said the airstrikes on Gaza were just the beginning of a campaign to destroy Hamas's military infrastructure and deter future attacks. According to Palestinian officials, more than 400 people have been killed and 2,300 wounded in Gaza since the Israeli retaliation began. Many of them are civilians, including children. The U.S. has expressed its support for Israel's right to self-defense, and has sent additional weapons and troops to the region. President Joe Biden said he was in contact with Netanyahu and other regional leaders to try to restore calm. He also confirmed that 11 Americans were killed and others were held hostage by Hamas in Israel. Hamas has threatened to broadcast the executions of some of the hostages if Israel does not stop its attacks on Gaza. It also warned other countries not to interfere in the conflict, saying it would target anyone who supports Israel. Hamas said it was fighting for the liberation of Palestine and Jerusalem, and accused Israel of violating human rights and international law. The UN has called for an immediate ceasefire and humanitarian access to Gaza, where the situation is dire. The UN Secretary-General Antonio Guterres said he was deeply disturbed by the civilian casualties and the destruction of infrastructure in Gaza. He urged both sides to respect international humanitarian law and protect civilians. The conflict between Israel and Hamas is the worst since 2014, when a 50-day war killed more than 2,000 Palestinians and 73 Israelis. The root causes of the dispute remain unresolved, such as the Israeli occupation of Palestinian territories, the blockade of Gaza, the status of Jerusalem, and the fate of Palestinian refugees. As the violence continues, many people fear that the region is on the brink of a full-scale war, with no end in sight. We'll keep you updated on this developing story as it unfolds. Thank you for watching Beyond Borders Briefing. Please like, share, and subscribe for more news and analysis from around the world. See you next time.